Hello everyone, welcome to Money Nook. In this video, let's talk about Form 26AS and Form 16. When you are filing your own income tax, or if you are taking the help of a friend or a chartered accountant to file your income tax return, the first question that will come is where is your Form 26AS or where is your Form 16? Because these documents serve as a base when you are filing your income tax return. So now let's quickly have a look at these documents. First, let's talk about Form 26AS. Form 26AS is a consolidated tax statement. It contains details about the taxes that you paid directly or taxes that are paid on your behalf or taxes that are collected by you within a single financial year. So this Form 26AS gets issued for every financial year and you can download it directly from the income tax website. We will see later on how to do this download. Now coming back to the Form 26AS. As you can see, there are different sections that are present in this form, section A, B, C, D and so on. So these different sections are used to capture different types of tax transactions that you may have. For example, let's say you are employed. Then in that case, your company will pay salary to you and they will also deduct some tax on that salary, which is called TDS, tax which is deducted at source, and they'll pay it to the income tax department on your behalf, right? So when you are getting your in-hand salary, it will obviously be post-tax deduction. So how will you know that your company has paid this tax to the income tax department? You can check it out in your Form 26AS, because when your company pays tax on your behalf, then it will get reflected on your PAN number on your Form 26AS. Similarly, if you do any other transactions like sale of properties or any other transactions, then the tax that is deducted for you or the tax that is collected by you as a buyer or anything will get reflected in your Form 26AS. This is a very important document because this will serve as a base when you are filing your final income tax return for the year. You will have the record and proof of all the taxes that are already deducted for you. So let's see how to download this Form 26AS as well as check out the different sections that are present in Form 26AS. If you want to download Form 26AS, visit the income tax website www.incometax.gov.in/iec/fo portal. Once you enter the income tax website on the home page, press login. You will be directed to the login page. Enter your user ID, which is your PAN number or Aadhaar number usually, and press continue. You will be redirected to the password page. Here you will be able to view your PAN number and you will also see a secure access message, which is login in this case. Now, please tick mark on the checkbox confirming your secure access message and enter your password and press continue. You will log into the portal, and once you log into the portal, from the menu select e-file and select income tax returns. You will get 5 to 6 options. Among them, please click view form 26AS. Once you click this, you will get a pop-up message. Press confirm. Once you press confirm, you will be redirected into Trace's website and you will get a pop-up. In the pop-up, please put tick mark in the checkbox and please press proceed. Once you proceed, you will be able to view this screen. Press View Tax Credit Form 26AS on this screen. You will be directed to Form 26AS page. In this page, first you can view your PAN number, current status, your name and address. You can select the assessment year from which you want to view your Form 26AS from the drop down over here. And you can also select the mode in which you want to view the Form 26AS, HTML mode or text mode. HTML mode will be the preferred mode. Once you select the options, then you can press view or download in order to view Form 26AS on the same page. You just need to scroll down and then you can view it. Otherwise, if you want to download a copy on your computer, then press export as PDF. In this way, you will be able to access your Form 26AS. Now let's have a look at a sample Form 26AS. You can see a sample form 26AS on the screen. Once you open the form, you will be able to see your PAN number, your name, your address, and the current status of your PAN. You will also be able to see the financial year for which this form 26AS is generated. And the assessment year will be 1 year post the financial year. If you scroll down, you can see the details from Part A, B, C, D, and so on. Part A has the details of tax deducted at source. Here you can see the name of the deductor, the TAN ID of the deductor, the total amount that is paid to you, the tax that is deducted, and the tax that is deposited. You can also see the section under which the tax is deducted. In this case, it is section 192, which is for salary income. The transaction date, the date of booking, total amount that is paid to you for each of the transactions, and the tax that is deducted and deposited with the income tax department. You may have more than one set of transactions as well in this part. In part A1, you will have details of tax deducted for 15G or 15H, which are essentially bank interests. And in part A2, you will have tax deducted for sale of property. In this sample, since there are no such transactions, it is empty. In part B, you will be able to see the details of tax collected at source. Tax is usually collected at source during sale of items such as timber, etc. If you purchase any such item and if there is a tax that is collected, then you will be able to see it here. You must also ensure to give your PAN ID when the transaction happens in order to ensure that the tax collected gets reflected in your Form 26AS. In Part C, you will be able to see details of any tax that you paid. Usually, the advance tax you pay post self assessment is captured here. In Part D, you will be able to see any details about paid refunds, and Part E captures all SFT transactions. SFT is specified financial transactions. Any transactions which cross a threshold of certain value will get captured here irrespective of tax deduction or no tax deduction. Similarly, in Part F, you will capture the details of tax that is deducted during sale of property for the buyer. Part G and H capture the details of TDS defaults or details of turnover as per GSTR 3B. These are the different parts in Form 26AS. Below, you can see legend details for various symbols or codes that are being used in this form. So as you saw in case of this sample, you will have details of tax that is either paid by you or tax that is deposited on your behalf by someone else in this sheet. And you can use this when you are filing your final income tax return. Now let's talk about Form 16. Form 16 is issued by your company to you if they deducted tax on your salary, and they will issue this Form 16 by 15th of June every year. The financial year ends by March, and within 2.5 months they will issue this Form 16 which you can use to file your final income tax return. Okay, now what does this Form 16 contain? Form 16 is divided into two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A contains details about the tax that is deposited by the company on your behalf. It will contain your name, your address, the company's name, address, PAN numbers, then the challan numbers of the tax that is deposited, the date on which these transactions are done, blah blah blah, etc. Now, Part B is the main and important part. What is present in this Part B? In Part B, you will have details about your salary income, allowances, deductions, income from any other sources which you have declared to the company. Then finally your total tax liability and the tax that has already been paid and what needs to be paid in addition, or any refund that you are eligible for from the government itself. So Part B contains all of these details. Now this Form 16 will serve as a basis when you are filing your income tax return. Whenever you start filing your income tax return, first you can straight away enter all the information from Form 16. If you are employed in multiple companies within one financial year, then you will have different Form 16s. So you have to consolidate all those Form 16s and just enter that information when you are filing your income tax. Once you have entered all this information, if you have any other income that is not reported yet as part of your Form 16, or if you have any other deductions or allowances that you are eligible for but is not present in your Form 16, then you can enter that information in your final income tax return. So Form 16 will serve as a stepping stone when you are filing your income tax return, and thus is very important. Now let's quickly look at Form 16 with an example. You can see a sample of Form 16 on screen. Form 16 is divided into two parts, Part A and Part B. In Part A, you'll have details of your name, address, PAN number, as well as your employer's name, address, PAN number, and TAN number. After these basic details, you will have a summary of the total amount that is paid by the employer to you, and the amount of tax that is deducted, and the amount of tax that is deposited with the income tax department by quarter. After this, you will have details about the tax that is deducted and deposited with reference numbers, whether it is paid through book adjustment with the central government or whether it is paid by a banking transaction. If it is done by a banking transaction, you will have references about the bank details, the challan number, the date on which the transaction has happened, and the amount of tax that is deposited, as you can see in this example. Post these details, you will have a confirmation from your employer regarding the tax that is deducted and deposited, which is signed and certified. Now let's have a look at Form 16 Part B. In Part B, again you will have details about your name, address, PAN number, and same for the employer, the assessment year, and the time of employment. After these basic details, you will have details about your salary income, any other sources of income, the allowances, deductions that you are claiming, and the final tax amount. In the first section, you will have details of your gross salary that you are earning under various heads, followed by section 2, in which you will have details of your allowances. Section 3 is the summation of section 1 and 2. In section 4, you will have list of all the deductions under section 16 which you are claiming. Section 5 is the summation of all the deductions that you are claiming. In section 6, you will have the total income that is chargeable under salaries. As you can see, the total income that is now taxable has reduced post the deductions that you have claimed in section 4. Section 7 has the details of any other sources of income that you have declared with your employer. If you have different sources of income but did not declare with the employer, then they will not be reflected in this Form 16. Section 8 is the summation of total other income that is reported by the employee. Section 9 has your total income, which is summation of your salary income and other income. Section 10 has deductions under Chapter 6A. Here you will have various deductions under 80C, 80CCC, 80CCD, etc. Section 11 is the aggregate of all the deductions that are claimed under Chapter 6A above. In section 12, you'll have your total taxable income post the deductions that you have claimed under section 6A. Section 13 calculates the tax that you need to pay on your total taxable income. Section 14 and 15 are about rebate and surcharge wherever applicable. Section 16 is the health and education cess that you need to pay. And section 17 is the net tax that you need to pay, including your health and education cess. If you have any relief under section 89, it is deducted in section 18. If not, you will have your net tax payable in section 19. After this, you will also have a verification again by your company authorized signatory. As you can see from this sample, Form 16 is a comprehensive document capturing details of your salary income, any other income that you are earning, your allowances, deductions, the tax you already paid, and your total tax liability. You can use this Form 16 directly to file your income tax. If there are no changes in your income or in your allowances and deductions, post the Form 16. But if there are any changes in your income or deductions that you want to claim apart from what you have declared in your Form 16 to your employer, then you have to add them and finally file your income tax return. In either cases, Form 16 is the starting step to file your income tax return. I hope now you are very clear about both Form 26AS and Form 16 and how they are useful to you when you are filing your own income tax return. If you find the content in this video useful, please like this video and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to Money Nook. Thank you and bye-bye.